is on day release. Demon sub tries not to crease, and Beanwise keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the Candyman is opening another can. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. Sometimes they're salty about the gaming biz, and nobody knows who Upworlder is. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop time.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I hope you all had a good week. Fucking hell. No apron, no paint tonight. We got the glue. We're gluing and
You're not
sticking.
painting?
No. I am, because to be fair, I should, because we've got painting competition next week and I haven't done jack shit for it. So I'm going to have a busy weekend. But yeah, I still think I'm going to go with the saga plan for mine. But yeah, hope you all had a good week. Wait, we'll get to what you're working on in a minute, mate. So welcome to the show. First of all, let's do what we normally do. Let's shout out who's in the chat. So good evening to Shakos and Sprues. Good to see you, mate. Hello because of Ben stroke Crispin. Hello to Spam. That's David's other half, for those of you who are new here. Hello to Matthew. Good to see you, sir. And I think Ewok is either coming or lurking, because he's messaged me on Discord just before the show. So, because I've got some pictures of his to share, which he thought would sort of fit into the theme of tonight's discussion. So, yeah, he's probably out there somewhere. So, good evening to one and all.
We have audience submissions.
Yeah, we do. We got they're contributing to the show, which is fucking awesome, frankly. It's great to think that people are there chiming in for us. Now then, I need to mute you there because you will be double. I will get echo, David. Give me a sound check, mate. Hello, Damon.
Loud.
That's
Check
better.
What the fuck is up with my camera? It looks like it's made by a potato.
Yeah. No idea, mate. So, if you're new here, welcome
Why have
to
I got these on still? Fucking put them off. I
Oh,
don't need them.
it just froze. So whatever you did was not very friendly. If you're new here, welcome. The next 2 hours we'll be following our usual format. Now then, what's going on with Crispin?
I don't know what Crispin's
did
on
you
about.
get-
He's gonna have to tell me.
Hang on a minute. Did you get in on the Games Workshop leak? What Games Workshop leak?
I'm sorry, what? They released STLs? Are they fucking feeling okay? What is this sorcery?
What? Hang on. What the fuck? Google it. Google it.
Sorry, we are coming to you with breaking news.
Oh, what? Somebody stole a shitload of their STLs. Oopsie.
180,000 downloads before GW pulled the plug on Monday morning, less than a day online, and a whole lot of digital plastic floating around.
Yeah, Shakos
Full
makes it.
Imperial
The Games Workshop scandal.
Titans,
It's worse.
Mastodons.
Fuck off. It's worse. Yawn. No, mate. Okay, so we didn't. No doubt they'll be all over fucking loads of fucking troll sites. Good luck keeping that genie in the box, G-dub. Oh dear. What was it? Was it? You're reading the news article, mate. Send me a link if it's worth putting up, or
It's a spiky bits one. I know you don't usually do spiky bits.
I just
but fuck
I
it,
didn't.
let's
I'll
send
share
it
their
to
stuff,
you.
but I don't watch it. So what was it? Was it like STLs for fucking stuff in development? Or what?
STLs for a whole shit ton of stuff. Imperial Knights, Mars Pattern Warlords, Mastodon.
So it's
from
old
Horus
shit.
Heresy.
It's not new development stuff.
Some were production grades, some were 3D scans.
Fucking hell! Whoopsie! Oh dear. I think.
Aw. Fucking diddums.
Oh my fucking god! The entire library. Did it? What was it? Was it hackers or somebody who works for them was massively disgruntled?
Discourse Mini's videos about it is now appearing below this video. Fuck me, the algorithm is strong tonight, Matthew.
Fucking hell.
Fucking not even fucking finished doing the intro, and you're already being recommended to turn the fuck off and go elsewhere.
Fucking hell. Well,
New
okay.
personal best.
So you know, probably best. What's best thing to do is probably turn this off and then go and look at that drama, because you're not going to get anything that fucking melodramatic here. What a load of horse shit. Oh dear. I don't even know anymore. So over the next couple of hours, David and I will show you what we're going to be working on. We will tell you about what we got up to at Gaming Club on Monday night. We've got a few bits and pieces from the internet news to share. And then we'll get into our main topic. Now, our main topic is sort of like 50%, I was about to say moaning about new edition, 50% commentary on the new edition phenomena in Wargame, and sort of 50% pile of shame and the horde mentality that sort of like is prevalent in our hobby, where people buy way more than they can ever consume or use, and we build up massive.
Warning, boys and girls. Tonight comes with an episode and a metric butt ton of salt on my part.
So it's sort of, and
You
how
have
those
been warned.
and and then so it's half and half, and how it collides, and there's a very personal story woven into that for our boy David down below. But let's Ewok's finally fallen foul of his stock gag of putting something weird, rude, and asinine in as his first comment, because he got YouTube stripped. Well done. Well, it was bound to happen eventually, Ewok. At least now you're finding the envelope So basically, defecating penguins, royal fountains. You know that's sort of like you've crossed a line.
The limit.
Yeah, you're glitching out, mate. I don't know what's happened to your internet. That's why your camera looks like potato cam. It must be your internet feed.
Right, let me do a thing, boys and girls. Let me fucking stop playing videos in the background.
Yeah, also stop downloading dwarf porn.
I'm not downloading dwarf porn.
Well,
And let's turn on Spotify instead.
evening Toros, good to see you, sir.
Let's listen to some Rum Ahoy. There we go.
Right. Okay, so I'll go first with what I'm working on.
Yeah, you do you.
Right.
I'm highlighting.
Content display. Obviously, this is a hobby live stream, so if you want to get yourself some hobby and start working on it, do it, because that's what this is all about. Right, let's get some shit. Okay, we're back on. Having taken a respite for Epic Warpath, we are back on bolt action operation. Let's get this fucking party started. So, I have one 13-man US Marine squad with weapon options and a 3-man command section built. I now need. This is the miniatures from my islands, whatever it is, Battle for the Island hopping start set. I have 7 torsos left, so I'm thinking bazooka team, sniper team, and I'll probably just do 2 random GIs because I want to do a US Marine assault squad, which if I can show everybody, I'm just going to change back to that for a second. Let's go to the web browser. I have got my Warlord, or not Warlord, but Easy Army is what I meant to say, up. So here we go. This is the Easy Army list builder for the Battle of Saipan, which is the first scenario from my campaign book that I intend to start. As you can see, platoons. I've got a veteran US Marine squad mid-late, built that. I now want to build one of the Marine assault squads, which I should be able to go into if Easy Army doesn't glitch out. So I'm going to need 13 men, 2 armed with BARs, and that's pretty much it. 1 man with a flamethrower, and an assistant, and everybody has anti-tank grenades or satchel charges. So I do have the flamethrower. The metal flamethrower is in my Semper Fidelis army box, so I'll need to build essentially an NCO, 8 standard riflemen, 2 bar, and then my flamethrower team makes 13 full assault squad. And then we'll look at what else we've got left. Probably build another standard Marine squad without the flamethrower. Because I don't think there are plastic flamethrowers, unless I can do some sort of conversion. If anybody has seen or knows on the internet of where there might be a cool US Marine conversion video, either put it in the comments under the video if you can, and if not, and you're a member of the On Tabletop Discord group, DM me it. Because actually, I would like to have a second assault squad. That seems like that would be super fucking cool. And I don't really want to buy another metal marine flamethrower team.
Well, you just find a fucking STL, mate.
Oh yeah, there is the ones and zeros route. Yeah, I could do that. Again, if there's an STL.
Muggins here has a decent 3D printer.
Similarly, although I don't have resin, David does. So obviously, again, send me an STL link. I can get
Conversion
David.
to what? Brokeback Expo or Mormonism.
Cheeky bastard.
Rude!
I'm glad that's just scrolled off the chat because Shakos might have got in trouble there. He said he may have just picked up a Warlord Bolt Action French army, but he's disappointed it doesn't include white flags. Ooh! Probably just swastikas, eh?
No, but it does come with a baguette.
Oh yeah,
Free sandwich option.
To be fair, if Warlord are apparently considering STLs, mate. What, like a Mantic Vault style model? That could be fucking
Good.
cool.
Dangerous, but good.
Oh, I see. I think they're all ripping the piss out of the amount of ads on fucking. Yes, apparently there are a shitload of ads on Easy Army. It just goes to show how much I completely blank the fucking things and I just don't even react to them anymore. That I hadn't even noticed. This just goes to show internet advertising is not working on me. My brain is filtering that shit. Okay. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. So STLs for like upgrade parts and conversion bits. I can't be asked, Chakos. I don't even use Firefox. I don't necessarily want to if I don't have to, Damon. I'd rather convert, because again, I'm old school, I'm in my 50s. Converting something as simple as a single model to a flamethrower, how fucking hard can that be? It's just really knowing the design of an American, what do they call it, an M4, whatever the number is on the flamethrower.
Isn't it? I see what you did there, Ewok.
Fucking hell, Ewok. Oh, dude, did you see what Ewok's done? If David went USMC in Bolt Action, he could build assault team.
To be fair, Ewok, I did go British Paras, which are a bit salty.
No, not that sort of salt, mate. Right, okay, so what are you up to then? Let me...
Come on down.
Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, bing, bing.
There you go.
Boys and girls, we are T minus however many days it is to painting competition.
Now that you're...
So,
ooh,
say hello to...
my stinky little
Raider.
friend.
So, we're currently highlighting skin. We've got a couple of different skin tones going on. So
highlighting?
all the skin highlighting.
Highlighting?
Yes, we're highlighting.
What the fuck is highlighting?
He's got a shit ton of exposed flesh.
Highlighting.
If I don't highlight, he's going to look shit.
No, it'll be fine. Tell him, everyone. Highlights, they're overrated. Highlights are for hair and nonces.
Will you fucking stop? But anyway, boys and girls.
So have you finished? Have you finished? So showing off.
That's all I'm.
That's it. That's it. That's all you get.
Well, actually,
you're getting his fallout.
Let me wash my brush because it's not what I'm working on right now. But boys and girls, boys and girls, let me move my paint. It's in the way.
Ooh! He did say he'd been building. Ooh. We
The
tiny
vast
fighting
majority
men.
is done. Now, the issue I have, boys and girls, is that I have 11 bases left. Right? I have 11 squad bases.
Yeah.
My squads come in sixes.
I have spares, I think.
Well, I may need them because Mantic, in their infinite fucking wisdom.
Oh, Christ.
You know,
Hang on.
when
Let me
they
get the
actually-
salt shaker. Let me get the salt.
When they gave me my rules for building with, I get, what do we get? We get a squad of 4 normal Marines. We get a squad of 4 normal Marines. Oh, look, another squad of 4 normal Marines. And while we're also on it, on the same sprue, we get a squad of 4 Rangers, a squad of 4 Rangers, and oh, would you look at that? Another squad of 4 Rangers. So I get 6 squads, or per 2 sprues, I get a full set of 6. I have 6 sprues. I hate to break it to them, but having built all of my TAC drones and my 2 men guns and my motorcycles, I now don't have enough bases. So, Mantic, GG. Fucking GG.
I'll probably have a go, Damon. Like you say, I'm sure I've got some tanks that I can repurpose off a fucking Imperial Guard.
I don't think I showed this off to the boys and girls at home.
See why? Oh, fucking hell, that was good. So, not sure if there's an audio issue, but there's a whiny sound from David's feed. That's very good. I like it.
So, boys and girls, 10mm pylon.
Yeah, that looks really cool, that does, mate. Really cool. I mean, David, I'm being serious, mate. I have 6 unused bases.
They're mine now.
They're mine
now.
To be honest with you, my plague stuff, I used every single model on every single sprue. The only thing I've got spare is the flyer. They supply the resin so you can build every flyer as either the combat or the transport.
Either or. Yeah.
So I've got a shit ton of spare belly.
Shall we get to the elephant in the room?
Oh, go on. I tell you what, Ewok, it's as what was that one of those
Yeah, it's an FSD one.
FSD. It's so clean. Absolutely brilliantly clean. It's super crisp. It's a brilliant print.
We also have 2 command.
Oh, God.
The 2 miniatures for command. So am I building a faction with 6 commanders? Think not. Because that's not legal, is it? Why are they on every sprue?
Okay. I won't go into mine. Obviously, the plague sprue was much better designed. I managed to use everything.
I wouldn't mind. It's just like half-hearted.
Fucking hell. Right.
And again, it's the same 4 sculpts per base.
Really?
Yeah, it's every squad is the same 4 sculpts.
Oh, what? Hang on. Literally the same 4 models, or you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on every base.
1, 2, 3, 4 on every base.
Oh yeah, every army's like that, mate. My army's the same.
Yeah, but could we not have dropped some commanders to, I don't know, give me some extra Marines with guns in different positions?
Or you could have just put the commander miniatures on there, couldn't you? Just to break up the look.
No, because they're completely different.
Oh.
Let me find the bastards.
Okay, I was just trying to be helpful.
Focus, you fucking whore.
He's
So we've got a
losing it now.
man with a flat cap and a pistol, and then we've got a man who looks like he's in a spacesuit.
Okay. Okay.
Not in keeping with either of the army bits.
So you've got the same faction. Have you started building yours, Shakos, or did you not realise? I must confess, I think that's a bit shit. That I don't know whether my faction then is an accident, because honestly, it
Again,
impressed the fuck out of me that even because of the way they packed it and sprued it, even the zombie units, which are in 9 base sets, worked out perfectly that I had 2 regiments of zombies. And it was like, I thought, somebody's done the clever math on this bastard. He's pointing, yeah, so he's definitely in command.
So,
Obviously,
camera,
you've got misery to come then, mate, as David has pointed out. Yes, so.
Again, I wouldn't mind, right? Like you say, if I'd had enough for just all of the core stuff and just the extra floating commander base, like, yeah, fine, fuck it, whatever. So that I can use all of my core soldiers, but there isn't enough bases for all of my core, so it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
So, Kickstarter delivered today.
Did it?
Yeah.
Did you get Mythic Battles Isfet?
No, I didn't. I got some things that were on the Isfet fucking Kickstarter. So this is yours. These are your coloured bases for. I'm assuming this is this so that when you've picked your models for play, you can stick these on and you know who's controlling what.
Yes.
Ah, okay, that seems cool.
Because it was only like a 15 quid thing, wasn't it? It was not bad.
Fucking much.
Sorry, did I just upset the Lincolnshireman side? I do apologise about that.
Yes, so there you go, mate. You'll be able to get them next time I see you. But I tell you what, should we go down to my desktop cam and should we do an unboxing? We don't do unboxings on this show.
Well, you're not really doing an unboxing, are you? You're doing an unbagging, which sounds slightly dirtier.
I'm doing a debagging, am I?
No, I said unbagging. You said debagging. You're the filthy bastard here.
Right, okay. Let's see if we can bring
Let me paint my baseball in peace, you bastard. Why does my keyboard not have functions?
Where's my fucking camera gone?
Spotify, I can control you from over here, though, so that's even better. I don't know what the fuck you are.
Hey! Right, okay, let's clear some space. So, Mythic Battles Isfet. For those of you who do not know, Mythic Battles Isfet was the latest incarnation of the Mythic Battles game set in ancient Egypt, or based on ancient Egypt, let's be honest, with gods and monsters, to be released by Monolith. Kickstarter's just started delivering. I think we talked about this on a stream ages ago. I love the Mythic Battles series of games, but frankly, when you have one of them, and there are now 3, Isfet, Ragnarok and Pantheon, you probably don't need the others, because basically they're just thematic reskins of the same core mechanics and gameplay loop. So I originally, because I'm old...
Pick a god you like.
Because I'm old, I backed the original Pantheon Greek mythos version, and this fantastic Kickstarter included 2 options, 2 brand new upgrade packs for Mythic Battles Pantheon. So this is the first one, Keepers of the Soul. I'll unpack it here live on stream. Just bear with me a second. Ugh, what do we got? Okay.
What god or mythic beast is this?
So in here we have Hypnos, Thanatos, and Karen, who's the boatman from...
Karen.
Sorry?
Karen.
Hello, Hal, question mark. Are you a bot or a real person?
Say that or forever hold your peace.
Yes, because that's random.
Waiting on my mate to drop my GCPS figures around, who's currently using a wheelchair.
Okay. Is he using it for the usual use, Ewok? Because I know you, or is there a gag involved? I can't put lazy in wheelchair.
This is the awkward moment where you've just laughed at a disabled person.
You're real.
How is real? Apparently.
Hashtag no new games. This is not new. I've had this since the original Kickstarter, mate. But yeah, so we've got 3 brand new figurines.
I just realised I got round my no new games, didn't I? Because I bought Mythic Battles Ragnarok last year on eBay when the Kickstarter was on, because it delivered earlier than waiting for the Kickstarter to arrive.
Yeah, well, now we know that you're a real human being, Hal, question mark. Great to see you. Welcome to the madness. Yeah. So what's happened, mate? Has your friend Ewok, has your mate had some sort of accident, or does he normally use a wheelchair? What's the gag with that? Where's that going? You've lost us. Yeah, these look pretty cool. These are, I tell you what, they're a very different material from my original Pantheon starter.
Are they harder now?
These are yeah, they're not PVC. These are hard plastic. One piece sculpts by the looks of it as well.
No, they won't be one piece. That will be assembled by
a
Chinese person.
Yeah. I can see where the arms...
How is a Warhammer player? So what I want to ask how is, did we get recommended in the algorithm for roasting GW for their leak earlier?
Do you know what, mate? You won't find much coverage of Warhammer here, but you'll find coverage of loads of other games, and I hope you enjoy it. As I say, David and I don't really do a lot of the Games Workshop stuff. We've sort of like moved on from that, but you're welcome nonetheless. Now, the other thing that I was wondering, yes, we do. So also, as well as the cool miniatures, we have a scenario. This is cool.
Do you have...
Look.
Ooh, you have some scenarios, do you?
Yeah, there's scenarios in the boxes. That is awesome. So
I don't like that mat. If that mat is how it actually transcribes.
What do you mean?
How that was on the inside cover. I hope to God the board doesn't look like that when it all unfolds.
Yeah, the board does look like that because I have that board. That was from the original Kickstarter. So yeah, sorry about that. Oh, is this the French?
Oh my God! Yeah. So apparently, Ewok's friend is 10 years younger than him, has spine issues, bless him. But fortunately, his sense of humor is about 50 shades darker than Ewok's. So you think he's bad? He's absolutely legendary.
Oh, nice one, Hal. You're working on your own game. Good luck with that, son.
Jeez, me, 50 shades darker. How is that fucking possible?
I suspect Ewok might be being hyperbolic there. Game design is one of the things me and David will often blather about, sir, so I hope you find the streams rewarding. I also have a French copy of the scenario. I'll put this here for you
Just
in
for
case
shits and
you
giggles.
speak French. There you go. You can use the video. You won't have the miniatures or probably anything else to go with it, but there you go. You can play the scenario now.
Oh, cool.
Um,
Um,
it's called Inferno.
what was I going to say? There was something I was going to say.
Yeah,
No,
I'm assuming that the
fucking
French thing is something that they've kept with all of the versions of the game.
Well, isn't it like the third most popular language in the world behind English and Spanish?
Yeah, probably, but also I think because they're a French company, they just their product is massive over there. So I think it's because obviously they don't do German or Spanish rules in the boxes. It's just an English and a French version. So there must be marketing motivation there. Also, I could be wrong, but the original game designer was French, I think. So this is the other one, which is Chthonian Wrath, which includes figures for Erene and Demeter.
Oh, you.
And I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. But these, again, they look super cool.
Fucking hell, there's a lot of tree. There's a lot of tree there, mate.
There is. I'll be honest, the details are not exactly super crisp. I will say, looking at this bodice here, everything's a little flat. But, you know, for large models for a board game, I'm pretty impressed. I think these are pretty cool.
Fucking what the fuck, Vallejo?
Those wings are quite smart. Yeah, I like these. I'm liking it. Now the next question is:
Does anybody want some clotted paint?
does the clotted? And here we we also
Spam.
have I thought they were a French company, Cheese Me.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And this is, we have Love, Control and Cruelty on the Olympus board, which is again another scenario from the other box, which is super cool. Gives you recommended sides, so troops to play. You've got Hades with the Infernal Artilleryman, Achilles, Hippolyta, Cerberus and Erene. And then we've got Demeter versus him with Amazon Centaurs, Hoplites, Heracles, Atlanta, and Cecrops. How have you pronounced that? And Orion. Super cool. I must confess, if they ever do stuff for this game, I will keep on top of my collection for the Pantheon, because everything is so well done. I know they had a little bit of so this, I think this game, Mythic Battles Pantheon, the first one, was a joint development project between Monolith and Mythic Games Shakos. I think they were, I mean, I'm not any kind of business insider, but I suspect they were always separate companies, but this particular product was a joint development. One of the reasons that, and I think because obviously all of the original material for Mythic Battles Pantheon was sort of co-owned by Mythic and Monolith, when they've rerun the Kickstarters for the Ragnarok edition and the Isvet edition, which were Monolith only, they have never ever issued options to reorder the original. and I imagine that is
they've never done reissue.
no,
have they?
they've never
always
done any reissues of Pantheon. I have seen them on the secondary market, but as I say, I think there must be legal rights versus licensing problems with them just literally putting a Pantheon option on your pledge manager for the latest Kickstarter, because they did it for Ragnarok. So when if you went into the Mythic Battles ISFET Kickstarter, you could literally back for Ragnarok and the expansions. Obviously, you wouldn't get any Kickstarter exclusives from the first run, but basically 80 to 90% of the Ragnarok content was there for you to just chuck it in your basket. I didn't, Crispin. I'll be honest. I could have easily backed Joan of Arc, and I could have easily backed what was the one they did, the story-based one with the weird dark fantasy guy. Somebody tell me in the comments that was based on a comic book. He was like a witch finder type thing, I think. No, what the fuck was it?
Yeah, Spam, I was asking if you've actually done anything with your miniatures that I've primed for you. Was where I was going.
Solomon Kane. Thank you, Cheese Me. Well done. I could have easily backed Joan of Arc, and I could have easily backed Solomon Kane. I've watched tons of video content on both, and they looked like super cool Kickstarters where you got a ridiculous amount for your money. To be honest, I don't really remember why I didn't at the time, but it may have been I was just too skint to go all in on them. So I'm not too gutted with my 2020 hindsight goggles on, because honestly, I have got shit tons of stuff that I've never got round to playing. I've only played about fucking 6 games of Mythic Battles Pantheon, even though I've got like 20 odd scenarios and 7 maps.
I've technically played more fucking Mythic than you have.
Yeah, exactly. So the fact that I didn't splash a fuck ton of cash on those massive projects that would just be sitting there gathering dust is nothing short of a mercy, I think. So yeah,
it's 8:45.
Yeah, let's quickly.
We're fucking running way behind schedule.
Yeah, it's your fault.
We haven't even spoken about what we did at club.
Okay, let's tell people quickly. Oh, I saw you. Are you having a get-together, Shakos? Good luck with that, mate. Solomon Kane, that's him. Right, okay. What did we do on Monday? We both did the same thing. So we went back and attempted another scenario of the Frostgrave Wildwoods campaign. So I think it's called Mammoth Migration.
Yes.
And we had 2 tables running because we had 6 players altogether, mate. No, 5. 3 on yours, 2 on mine. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. So we had 2 tables running of this scenario. I played against Upworlder, and I had a relatively good scenario.
But you didn't play against Upworlder. You played against Rich.
Oh no, I did. Yes, I did. I played against Rich. We had a really good game. Everything went according to plan. We both dogpiled the mammoths and worked really effectively as a team to get rid of them. To be fair, though, you had a stroke of massive bad luck in your game, didn't you, mate?
How do you mean?
Well, the scenario involves 4 woolly mammoths, which are essentially neutral at the start of the scenario,
Oh God,
and
yes.
and
Fucking
4
hell. Oh.
hot spring geysers that will potentially explode in a shower of
Well, it works on a
steam.
19 or a 20
Yeah,
on an initiative roll.
and
What was my
literally.
first initiative roll, boys and girls? Fucking 19.
So whereas basically our mammoths stayed completely neutral until we chose to dogpile them and attack them, David's table rolled basically one of the geysers exploded on the first turn and panicked the fuck out of all of the mammoths, so they basically came storming in and attacked everybody.
Spam has also just made a very valid point. Because before we played Frostgrave on Monday,
Oh
what
yeah,
did we do on Saturday?
we
Paul?
did. I've got another little photo there. And I tell you what, shout out to David for printing these mammoths for me. Fucking excellent prints. They're still not quite finished. I want to do some more dry brushing to give more depth to the brown. But that is just, I think, what's that? That's German camo, medium brown.
Black brown.
Ivory on the tusks, because obviously, and an Agrax wash. They look fucking banging. My little rock pools I made a start on. I want to do the liquid inside more of a milky ivory colour with just the deep blue in the centre to show the deep part of the geyser.
Yeah.
And I'm going to dry brush the rocks right up to a pale grey and then snow effect all around them. But yes, that is a very good point, mate. We also played Arkham Horror Living Card Game on Saturday, didn't we?
Yes, and we didn't end up brutally dying.
No, again, I obviously had a good. I was being smiled upon by the gods for my week of gaming because we completed the scenario with relative ease. Nobody got butchered or their head kicked in. We only made one rules error, which was the fault of the internet. Just a tip, everybody. AI hallucinates in Google. So if you're looking at anything on the internet, check and double check your sources. Fucking thing. So we did play one rule. What was the most annoying thing about it was in Arkham Horror Living Card Game, for those of you who haven't played, enemy cards have a relentless keyword, and I said to David, I'm sure that's double damage basically. In a game mechanics sense, they hit you twice, and I was correct. And then we googled it and it said, oh no, it's that when you evade them they stand up again. And I was like, oh okay, I don't remember that, but that's fine, we'll go with that. It wasn't that at all. I was right. When they hit you again. So fuck off, internet. God damn it. So yeah.
Rex was busy. Rex was busy doing Rex things.
Ewok. Do you see what Ewok put? Spam got to play with
did.
something mammoth for a change. Fucking hell, rude. Yeah.
Because I'm playing as Agnes, aren't I?
No, you're playing as fucking Zoe. Is it Zoe?
Yeah. So Rex was doing Rex things. Fucking Ash Pete the hobo had a metric shit ton of money. Like it was coming out of your fucking ears and everything.
I have made a deck. I was initially quite impressed with my decks that I threw together, but my deck has a serious flaw where it generates a fuck ton of resources and then never seems to spend them. So I need to put something in the deck to use the resources I'm wasting currently. Yeah.
Can you take a trade action in Arkham Horror?
Can you take a trade action? No. No. You can't. There are cards that allow you to transfer resources between players, but there's one in Survivor. I think there's one in Rogue. but you can't just take a trade action.
That's annoying.
There's a Guardian one that generates you and somebody else money. You like gift them it. The Rogue one is cool. It's called I'll pay you back later. Basically, you steal somebody's resources, and then you can spend them, and then whatever you've got left at the end of the turn, you give them back.
Nice.
Which is quite a nice. Again, if we'd got somebody in our group who was running that card, I could be their sort of like resource battery. But obviously it's not very efficient. I probably need to change my deck so that I can spend them myself. Ewok, stop it with the dad jokes, man. Stop it.
Right. It's
Yeah,
10-2.
Rex did really well. Let's talk about.
Oh, should we not talk about the
news.
thing that we never talk about after playing Arkham Horror and David's capability of drawing fucking red auto fail tokens?
Look, mate, you and that bag just do not see eye to eye. To be fair, Ewok, I think David would have quite happily called the Chaos Bag a ball bag on Saturday night. What did you draw? You draw 3 auto fails, was it, in the first hour?
Yeah.
Mate, you don't buy lottery tickets. With your luck, it's a waste of fucking money. I'm telling you now.
Again, just saying, makes up for the luck I've had driving home tonight. Because
Yeah, true. Yeah, because you could easily be dead, but we won't go into that. Shakos, I am always sleeved for protection, mate. Always sleeve. In fact, I overdo the sleeving. I'm that cautious.
do you double sleeve with matte for extra grip?
Yeah, definitely. Right. I promise, dib dib dib, we did not choose tonight's stream topic until after I watched this video. We discussed the stream first, then the first video I watched after I got off talking to David last night was this, and I was like, that's weird. Should I sweep the room for bugs? What the fuck is going on?
Spying on us.
Basically, it's a bit tangential, but this video from Let's Talk Tabletop actually hits upon a lot of the points we're going to talk about later in our main topic o'clock. The gist of it is he's commenting, one of his followers or fans, which he's got 5,000 of, to have 5,000 followers. One of his followers or fans,
not a cult, mate. Fucking hell.
put a comment that he says he only plays dead games. And he was like, what a strange thing to say. And then this is, again, his videos are bite-sized, really easy to watch. They don't outstay the welcome. This one's less than 10 minutes. But yeah, if you want another view on some of the things we're going to discuss, check it out.
JJ, you fucking timed that beautifully, sir. You fucking made me choke on it and everything. Because apparently all our audience is going on about at the moment is fucking dick jokes and fucking condoms and phone spying on people. In answer to Ewok's comment of, have you guys ever played the Eldritch Horror dice game? No, I haven't. Have you, Paul?
No, I haven't. I didn't. I don't. I'm assuming it's not under a Fantasy Flight one, and it's just another Cthulhu themed game. I haven't, mate. But I'm happy to check it out. I shall. When I get a second, I'll Google it and have a look.
So, of Oil and Iron, Kickstarter with 11 days to go. Do you like mechs? Do you like diesel punk? Do you want a war game that smashes both together?
Answer yes for you.
Yes, but not this year. This is the problem. I want to get through the year without having fucking a new
Oh,
game, and then I can have one-upmanship on you.
Dave, if you were to back this, nobody will mention it ever again. I'm sure if you back it and then get a new game.
Rune Quest, dickhead.
Everybody pinky swear promise in the chat we'll never mention it again. Okay? Okay?
Oh, this game looks really good though, because unlike your futuristic mechs, these have grit and World War One written all over them.
I mean, it is a print and play game, everybody. So if you're a ones and zeros person, probably not for you. I must confess, I do like the really weird steampunk look of the mechs. These remind me massively of the old orc tin cans.
This is kind of Scythe. This is the Scythe aesthetic.
It is, yep. I do like this the Victoriana touch. I mean, I'll be honest, JJ's in the chat. It's one of the things that really appealed to me about those first models they did for Scythopian. The way that they'd got like a Victoriana, almost steampunk aesthetic with the big rounded armor plating and stuff like that. I really do like the look.
So 60 quid gets you 2 starter factions and the rules, and the miniatures look good, and there's little tokens, and yeah.
Stupid question. Is there a beta or a playtest version of the rules out there? Or any videos yet?
Fairly sure there's probably some videos.
Oh, look at the Tritons. That's cool. I like those a lot. Arcus looks a little bit Tau. I do like the Tritons.
I like the Nox Industries.
Yeah, set. I was gonna say they're also very cool. And what's this? Scenery as well? Fuck me.
Yes. There's some nice stuff in this. Methinks though, the rig and hanger crane takes a little from the terrain set that's coming with the Modiphius one, Hard War.
True.
Or whatever it's called.
Yes. Yeah.
But the Arc Towers look amazing in this stuff. Yeah, there's some really nice stuff in this set. 3D printable dice, not so much.
Yeah, I'll pass. I hope they're not an essential. Does it play with standard
they look
dice?
to be D6D12s. Mostly used for tracking health on your rigs.
Oh, okay. Fair comment. If you're not having to roll them.
And the destroyed rig token looks
Fuck
amazing.
yes, look at those. Triton Engineering is the one I like the look of. Look at the state of that.
There's some really nice stuff here.
Okay, mate, this is a good find, but you need to back it now. Honestly, we'll never mention it again. It'll be fine. Look at the buildings. Fuck me. Everything looks cool. Fucking hell, there's infantry as well. Is there? They look a bit mash get smashed. You're old if you get that reference.
So hang on, stop looking, David. I'm getting abused by my other half. The cyber artwork stuff seems to be the missing link between the steampunk and the diesel punk. Yeah.
I do. I'll be honest. For me, I want to see gameplay, mate, before I'm sold.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm seeing some of the fucking Conflict 47 stuff like the new British models that are being released, the Commonwealth, and some of that shit looks good. I'm strongly considering possibly getting a couple of boxes next year when I'm allowed to buy new games and playing some
Ooh!
Conflict as well.
Oh, but do you know what? I'll let you have that, Ewok. That's not a bad shout. It does. Some of it does look a bit Conflict 47. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hello, Rich.
No, that's why I said 2026. So January the 1st, I will have hemorrhaged all of my money.
Okay.
We're
So
going to go
this.
hard, and we're going to go hard fast.
Did you say that? Really say that live on the internet that you're
Yes,
going
I
to go hard?
did.
Oh my
I fucking
Christ!
did.
Oh my Christ, mate.
Conflict 47 is a new game because I don't own it, Ewok.
Yeah.
Jeez, me's just gobsmacked. Did I spam?
Yes, actually, you did mention it only last night.
I feel fucking attacked.
I am just saying, can everybody, if everybody wants to record this part of the show and then play it back after the next hour has elapsed, then you might feel that you've, entered some sort of like relative time warp, and reality is making no sense because there may be some inconsistency there. Just saying. Oh dear. Still. Yeah, so this one was another one David threw up for me.
Yes.
Basically,
so I was scrolling on the Instagram earlier and saw this as a people putting it out on the table representation. Paul's gone and found the still images from the website because it also has pricing that it didn't have earlier when I
yeah,
sent him the
and
link.
it was a Spanish. I think it was from some sort
Right.
of Spanish tournament. I don't know if they were using it
Yes.
for terrain there, but this is quite. I mean, it's not brilliant. It's basically little neoprene squares with trench print on them that you can use to build a layout of a trench network on a table. Would I use it to play a fantastic game like Trench Offensive? No, because it's flat and boring and you want that 3D environment to make that game really sing. But
Yes.
if I just wanted something to lay on a table for 40k bolt action so that I could just include some trenches as like a scenario objective, or just something that was part of a larger scale battle where it wasn't all about the trenches, for £20, yeah, I would. To be honest, it's on offer at the moment at only 20 quid from Green Stuff World.
I mean, even at the 27 quid, it's not bad, is it?
No, I mean, yes, it's very flat, but it's incredibly modular. You get a fair number of pieces for your money, and it doesn't look half bad. The textures are pretty nice. As I say, the price is right for me. 40 quid? No. 20
in answer
quid?
to Shackles' question,
Yep.
is it more wank Crusade? Quite possibly, sir. But then again, do you not want 3-dimensionality for your Trench Crusade so that you can actually argue with your friends about line of sight?
I am positive, mate, that the marketing behind this is an entirely cynical, oh, fucking Trench Crusade, Trench Crusade, Trench Crusade. Yes, I'm sure that is it. But if that is the case, I think Green Stuff World have missed the point, because as David said, the whole game is supposed to be, again, I think Trench Crusade is going to require, or not require, that's the wrong word, benefits from more three-dimensional immersive terrain like the game of Trench Offensive does from Pandyman, which is a better game, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly, Ewok. But it's 20 quid, mate. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
The other thing is, it stores in next to nothing
That's true.
for
Fantastically
your
easy to
storage
store.
containers.
Which obviously sectional 3-dimensional trenches, not so easy to store. I'm not. For me, Pandy's game is light touch, easy to play. It's engaging. There's a great variety of models. It's easy to build for. I've enjoyed playing it a lot. I look at Trench Offensive. It's too much for what I want. I'm
The
not.
thing is,
I've watched some playthroughs, but it doesn't appeal to me. Yeah,
I know what you mean.
that's a good shout, Tree Cheese Me. Use it as a basically buy the set and then recreate them in 3D prints or scratch builds. That's a fucking good shout. Use it as an inspiration for a template system of your own. That's a good idea, actually. That seems a bit fucking expensive. Ewok says, I'm resolving my storage issues by buying a new house. Yeah,
I mean, it
fucking
fucking
hell.
works.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but fucking hell. Okay, mate, I think we're ready to tackle. Oh, we didn't do our news link. We didn't do the news link. Damn. Well, it's time to tackle main topic. We'll have to get a link for that, like a jingle. So where should we start? Let's start.
Shall we actually start with what triggered me to fucking go off on this?
Tell everybody the
it's a
Wild
news
West
article.
Exodus story, and then it'll set the framework.
I was out having a meal on Friday, and while I was waiting for my meal to be served, rather than make idle chit chat with the other half and her daughters, I was doom scrolling Facebook. As you do.
Oh my Christ! I can't believe he's admitting this live on the internet. Fucking sitting.
Every fucker can jump on the
God.
bandwagon and race me. Fuck it, why not?
Sam?
So I'm sat there scrolling through, and I just basically exclaim, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And Spam's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And with that, I send the link to Paul. Boys and girls, we have played one game of Wild West Exodus, and there is a new edition coming. We don't know when, we don't know what, but there is a new edition coming. They are working on it. So yeah, that's a thing.
Right, okay, but so yeah, there's a new edition of Wild West Exodus. So you see this, and obviously your first reaction is, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" But why is that? Why the reaction?
The main reason,
why the reflex aversion to a new edition? Something that happens all the time in the hobby.
It's not the fact it's a new edition, Paul. It's the fact that I have been here before multiple times in the past 18 months.
Yeah, Cheese Me. Look, Cheese Me's empathizing with you.
Bolt action. Oh, I'm gonna build my British paras for Bolt Action 2nd edition. I've got a rulebook sat on my shelf, and I'm gonna look. Oh, third's coming. Well, that's that plan fucking sank. Blood Bowl. Oh, got a nice Blood Bowl rulebook here. Oh, third's coming because we've got some Camry coming. So enjoy that, boys and girls. What was the other one that fucking triggered the shit? Oh, Infinity. Now, Infinity is I have actually played some N4, and I have had a decent time playing some N4. That I'm not going to kick off about. It was the we're new edition, and
I know the other one that you haven't mentioned.
Malifaux.
Fallout. You're painting it.
Oh shit! Yeah, that live stream the other week that I was there raving about, and I'm sat there going, I'm gonna get some Fallout played this year. It's all gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lovely time. I've met Jamie through work, who also attends now my club. Jamie's massively into his Fallout. We're gonna have a riot. We're gonna. We've got Wave 11. And April 2026, boys and girls, we get a new edition that's going to be more streamlined. Well, any enjoyment and fun that I had for that game has now sailed out of the window.
Okay, so if for those of you who might not be following, essentially, what David has got is he's had numerous body blows with. He's purchased some product or made a plan to engage with the gaming system. And like most of us gamers, he's built up all of this shit that he's got to get ready to play with. And before he's even got it to the table or engaged with it in any meaningful way,
Any measurable way.
the goalposts have moved. And the company has either said, in the case of Wild West Exodus is probably the worst one because they haven't released anything or shown anything. They've just said, oh yeah, you know that old edition? That's fucking gone now. That's dead to us. There's a new one
We're
coming.
working on a new edition.
When is that coming? Oh, it's coming. Yeah, but when? Oh yeah, but it's coming. Yeah, but can we see any beta rules or is that no? It's coming though. Carry on, and everybody's like, well, what's the fucking point? What do you mean carry on? And now we're just gonna stop and wait until you fucking deliver. You know, why tell us? Don't tell us, and then we'll have carried on. Dumbass. Sorry.
And again, that's my issue. At least Fallout have said quite explicitly, like, yes, they're working on it. And Modifius always seemed to work on this 6 months worth of releases. Like we were announcing Wave 11 June, July time when we spoke about it on stream, I think.
Yep.
And that's just coming now. But they wanted to make the announcement of, look, we're not going to have any more content because we're working on this and this is coming in March, April 2026. So yes, we know you love Fallout, but actually just bear with us because we're working on it for you. It leaves me in a right limbo because I'm currently prepping for a game that I've got assets for and I've bought stuff for cheap. And again, certain aspects of this will be reusable, like scenario setup in theory should be for like animals versus survivors and shit like that. That should all be relatively reusable.
Yep.
All of the card and paper assets, dead. Because nobody likes them and they're removing them to make the game more streamlined. That's wonderful that you've said that. But I'm now not doing anything else with any of my Fallout stuff because there is categorically zero fucking point.
Yeah. For you, it's basically killed your enthusiasm to engage with it at all. Now, to be fair, some of the guys are shouting out. Cheese Me says, don't let the idea of a new edition taint your enjoyment of whatever is in your pile of opportunity. The thing is, Cheese Me, I think some people find that easier to do than others. Cheese Me also says there's always a new version coming. Ewok says all of his decisions are wise except when they're not. Just paraphrasing, which seems to be a lot of the time. What does everybody else? Ewok says I avoided Kill Team drama by buying Laserburn and sticking with it since 1988. The thing is like, let me go to our notes. So, you guys in the chat, you guys in the chat are right. I mean, I think it was somebody, might have been Matthew, was saying about business reasons for new editions. Let's be honest, we understand that these war games need new editions. It was Damon, sorry, Damon said.
Yeah.
So war games need new editions. The problem with a war game that doesn't have growth, development, and change is that there's a risk that it sort of dies on the vine, it withers on the vine, because
the player base migrates elsewhere because there's nothing been released for it for a period of time.
yeah, and
There's elements of, oh well, they haven't released any new content for it, so why am I going to dig out them when I've got? And again, unfortunately, most of us are creatures of habit. Most of us have at least 2 or 3 game systems that we're involved in.
yeah,
So if something doesn't get released, you just go, oh, just put it down, and I'll pick something else up that is getting released for it.
And to be honest with you, mate, that might not even be driven by the individual, because, for example, if you play 3 games, like David says, and one of them is one of them is a warlord system, which is constantly, you're being bombarded with new releases, new miniatures, new factions, rules updates, whatever, and the other 2 are sort of like set in aspect, perfection, perfect games. I think there is an element of human nature that this one that keeps shouting at you, look at me, look at me, even without wanting to. I think the natural people's attention gravitates towards new experiences and new things, and that means.
Well, again, look at the Frostgrave release cycle.
Yeah.
Not knocking Joe for it, but every year he aims to release a book and add something to the game.
Yeah.
Whether that be new spells, new campaign, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's looking to develop and grow his audience and his customer base.
Yeah.
And again,
and
for Joe,
because he's relying on it for his living, he has to do that.
Yeah. And the other problem Joe has, we're not even talking, I can release a new 30, 40 quid box set with 4 minis in to keep them occupied. No, I have to release a minimum 60-page book with new monsters in, new scenarios in, a bit of fluff and flavour, some spells maybe if we're feeling a bit fruity.
Yeah.
Because he's painted himself into a corner. And I do not begrudge Joe, because the other thing is his price point of what he's asking you to spend per year to stay up to date is low. And they don't fundamentally change the game. This is the risk when somebody says, I've got a new edition coming, but I'm not going to tell you anything about it until about 3 weeks before this goes on pre-order.
Yeah.
Because you might not like it, and you might have bought some stuff in that meantime, and we're not going to risk you not buying anything.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. The problem is, when I hear new edition, I immediately am turned off. And the reason I am turned off is because 9 times out of 10, they don't really talk about the changes. They don't really discuss what's going on. And then it's like, well, this is all set in stone now because we've actually sent all the paperwork to the printers. We're going to just bamf this out. Okay, that's wonderful. And 9 times out of 10, yes, the changes are good. Yes, the changes are an improvement. But we only have to look at Papa GW at how fucking broken you repeatedly get with an edition change. Those Raven Guard scouts, Paul, that you had a full army of that were troops. How's that going for you in any edition since 8th?
Well, again, after they killed scouts, rather shit, because they moved them to a troop choice. No, they removed them from a troop choice, and then I think they just got rid of them altogether because obviously they don't do the models anymore. I mean, Games Workshop are a special case. The problem with them is we've just mentioned that there are financial reasons why you need to keep grinding the mill. When people's livelihoods depend on this shit, you can't let it just sit and breathe and do its own thing. You have to have a plan for scheduled releases. You have to have, even if it's a modest plan, like, I mean, obviously Joseph only has to worry about supporting his own small business interests. He's not got shareholders and shit. So he has, what, 4 systems? He's got Rangers of Shadow Deep, Frostgrave, Silver Bayonet. I'm sure he's got...
Do not forget his... No, he's got more than 4, mate. He's got Oathmark, he's got Stargrave, he's got Ghost Archipelago.
Yeah. Well, Ghost Archipelago is basically dead, but...
No, it's not. It's different.
It's dead, mate.
It's different.
It's dead. It's dead. Game.
Just shut up with your dead. We're going to come to dead in a minute. But yeah, the problem with the GW situation, unlike every other manufacturer in the industry, like Warlord, Corvus Belly, Wild West Exodus, so War Cradle Studios,
yeah,
they do a reboot or a new edition when it needs it, when it needs freshening up.
I think that's very...
We can literally set our clocks by the release schedule of GW of, is this a year that we get a new edition of 40k? Yes, it is.
Because it's
Is this a year we get a new edition of Age of Sigmar? Oh, yes, it is. Because it's the year after 40k.
Yeah. Well, again, Games Workshop openly admit they're on a 3-year cycle. So everything gets... The big headline games get re-released every 3 years, and they know that they're not worried about people knowing that's exactly what they're going to do. That is extreme, and it's too much for me, certainly, which is why I don't engage with their products anymore. But yeah, I think David, I don't think Ghost Archipelago is still very cool, but it is dead. What was I saying? Yeah. So, I've got distracted by chat. What were we saying?
We were calling out GW for their shady business practices, which is pointless, but we'll...
Yeah, okay. So, David was saying that the other games, Infinity, Bolt Action, even Mantic, Kings of War, they upgrade when they need to upgrade, okay? They change when they need to change, when the community and the development team sort of like take a look at each other and goes, do you know what, this needs a clean up now. Things are starting to get a little bit out of hand, or people are moaning about this, that, and the other, or we really ought to tidy this up. It's been too many years since we looked at it. And I do think that he's right. I do think that that agenda is set way higher for other game companies than it is for Games Workshop, where it's literally like every 3 years we need the sales generated by a new edition, so that means there will be a new edition come hell or fucking high water. I do not think that it's necessarily just as simple as that. I am sure that when Mantic were looking at refreshing Kings of War, Ronnie and the team were like, actually a new edition could generate us a lot of publicity for Kings of War, it will push sales, we could come up with some great starter products, Do you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
think that these people are entirely altruistic. In fact, I hope they're not entirely altruistic because I like their games and I want their businesses to do well. So I do hope that they've got a little bit of, I
I
won't say
I tell you,
cynicism,
I
but a
tell
little
you,
bit of business
but again, I
nous
tell you the
driving
other
this.
thing that tells you the difference between the companies, right?
Yeah,
Look at how GW do a new release for a new edition. Oh, well, you can have the Space Marine Codex. Well, you don't. I don't have Space Marines. Well, fuck you. You're gonna have to wait 6 months
you could
because
wait 6 months then.
that's you're not popular. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
okay.
Go back to your room, paint your miniatures, and leave me alone. 90% of other manufacturers just do right. Well, this is the date we're releasing it. Everything or virtually everything will be available on this day. So
Yeah.
you can pretty much expect that when 4th edition Kings of War drops, it'll all be there and it'll all be ready. There'll be some new units and stuff coming over the next sort of 12 months. But it's there and ripe for the picking and ready for the takings. And if you've already got a collection, guess what, buddy? You'll be able to play straight away on release day.
Yeah. I mean,
The only time GW ever did good with an edition change was the 7th to 8th. Because it was so
enjoyed that.
intrinsic, they
Yeah.
had to release indexes.
Yeah. The change, because like you say, it was wholesale, the whole game was done in one swoop. And for me, it improved gameplay so much from the previous broken edition. It was an awesome time to play 40k, just for me. But yeah. So we've talked about. I mean, David's touched upon the big issue is, and the thing. So the big issue is that there was this wave of game after game after game where David was like, oh, "That's a load of my toys I've not done anything with," and now I think the problem for you as well, mate, was that it just kills your interest when the new edition is over the horizon. Your interest in engaging with what's current just goes straight out the window.
Well, again, shall we just talk about the elephant in the room?
Okay.
We don't have to roll with an edition change. Well, no, that's true. I don't have to roll with an edition change. I can play with the old edition.
Yeah.
Up until whenever. The biggest problem.
I was going to say, people in the chat have said similar things.
The biggest problem with it is, oh well, actually, I'm going to introduce little Ben in the corner to this game using first edition stuff. Ben can only buy second edition from retailers because second edition released 6 months ago. And second edition doesn't play like first edition.
Or, even worse, little Ben can't buy anything because everybody's getting rid of the first edition stock and the second edition stock isn't even ready yet or out. And it may not be for another 6 months.
Yep. So it's a toughie. It's a difficult one. Again, I have no interest in keeping a game that's going to a new edition alive. Like, it's going to a new edition for a reason, and I will believe that the manufacturer is doing that in my best interest. If they don't, I don't play their games. Let's just be brutally honest here and fucking get that out of the room.
Okay, so for you, there's a good faith argument. If they're saying we're going to change the edition, you're like, okay, then the edition's changing. I'm up with that, but that means that the old edition is not for me anymore.
Yes.
And certainly not for anybody I'm bringing in.
Yeah. And then the second thing is, there are games, and I can think of 2 off the top of my head, that have died. And then, like a phoenix, risen from the ashes. Now, I don't mind playing a dead game. I quite enjoy playing a dead game, but I will not be baited into speculation like a fucking stock exchange on whether I should keep my models or not.
Yeah, well,
Actually,
this
there's
is another
three I
can
can
of worms.
there's three I can think of right now because Dead Drop Zone also died,
Yeah,
didn't it? Because
Yeah,
guess who went and hoovered up all the first edition stuff? Me. Guess who now only has 500-point armies for second edition, which is technically not legal. Oh, look, that would also be me.
yeah.
Fucking
So,
well done, David.
yeah, yeah. I don't really know what to say. s-
I
s-
love Drop Zone so much. I wanted to save that game from prosperity. It was like nothing else that anybody at club had. It was like nothing else that anybody played, and I wanted to have all of the factions to basically say to anyone, "What do you like? Do you like aliens? Do you
yeah,
like prickly aliens that can jump through walls? Do you like the people that got abandoned on Earth and were fighting for their lives for fucking years? Do you like the US Marine Corps, or do you like people that fucked off into space and made walkers?"
yeah,
Because that's basically your 5 factions for Drop Zone Commander in a nutshell.
yeah,
I bought them because they were cheap and fire sailed.
yeah,
There's no way, two ways of getting around that. TT bought the game and released Battle for Earth and some new starters. Now, it wasn't a new edition fully that
No,
made me go out and buy the stuff because we already knew that TT had it and everything else. I was just like, right, we're going to pick them up because first edition's sort of dying. It's then when they come out with the new starter sets that are double the fucking amount of miniatures for basically the same price that I'm sat here going, oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I mean, that is. I'll be honest. That is a problem. So, like, my experience with dead games is Warhammer Fantasy Battles and now X-Wing. Okay, both games that I was heavily invested in. Now, Warhammer Fantasy Battles, when Games Workshop killed it, I just literally scoured eBay to collect all of the most up-to-date codexes and army books that I could get. Some had been released and updated for 8th, some were still in 7th, and a couple were 6th. Skaven, Bretonnians, and Beastmen, I think, never received. Again, this was the problem with Games Workshop. 3 armies never received a battle book update for 2 full fucking editions of a game. What are you doing? But it meant, because it was definitely dead, my money was well spent. Now, I didn't have to spend a king's ransom because Games Workshop being what it is, a lot of people were happy to sell stuff. It didn't hold, unlike the current wave of releases, which are FOMO'd to fuck. Old GW stuff back then wasn't as expensive as it is now. Some of the models were, but the rulebooks weren't. But obviously now they've basically done exactly what they did with Blood Bowl, which is, oh, that game's dead to us. Oh, everybody's still playing it, and everybody seems to be enjoying it. Okay, well, we're gonna bring it back. So all you people who wanted to keep it going out of just pure pleasure and because you were fans, fuck you. We're gonna get the mill turning again because we want your money. And they came up with Old
But
World. And basically, I was perfectly happy. You could look at this as an edition change argument. You could look at it that, like, Old World was the new edition of Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and to be honest, because it was Games Workshop, because I knew what they were going to be doing, and because I have wasted so much money and time on them in the past, I was perfectly happy to say, you see that? That's my 8th edition collection of rulebooks and army books. I've even got PDFs of the 3rd edition Warhammer Fantasy Battles and the 6th edition. You old world away. I'll maybe buy some conversion unit trays so that if somebody at the club says, do you fancy a game? I'll be like, yeah, I'll play, whatever, I don't mind. But am I spending any money on your rule books? No. am I
Well, again,
getting into your fucking, on your little hamster wheel?
shall we
No.
shall we talk about the elephant in the room?
Not another
Fucking
one.
Steam Forged with Guild Ball.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Absolutely raped, and I'm sorry for using that word on YouTube, but absolutely raped their customer base with, it's your fault that we can't keep up with you anymore. We've had 5 editions of this. We give up. Fuck it. It's yours to do what you want with it. We're sick and tired of fixing and sorting out all your problems.
And balancing it and trying to make it competitive and blah, 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 blah.
What was it? 4 years later?
Probably, mate. I don't know.
We'll come back to that, because actually everything that wasn't painted tripled in value. Everything that was painted doubled in value. And we're going to milk the shit out of this, because there's Facebook groups that have popped up with people selling stuff.
Yeah.
And it coming into a massive bidding war, because again, some of them were metals, weren't they?
Yeah.
Some of them were limited production runs from memory. So like the Pied Piper set was actually quite hard to get hold of for certain people, depending on where you were in the world. So they re-released it. Fine, whatever. They re-released it. Oh, we're going to do it with 3D printing now. Okay, fine, whatever. That's on you. Well, we're going to re-release all the old teams because we've still got all the files for them. Okay, this is starting to get a little bit annoying now.
Yeah,
because
there's
2
people
years
who've
ago
spent
I bought this
hundreds
team.
of pounds,
Yeah,
potentially, on collecting what they thought was a dead game and turning it into a collection.
and again, this is what Shakos is saying. Guild Ball has a dedicated player base, though, and it's nice to see it back in production.
Yeah,
It's nice to see it back in production because you didn't spend double the retail price on a set because you didn't know that the new edition was coming, because they were resurrecting a game that they basically said to everyone, it's dead and it's all your fault and we want nothing to do with this anymore.
yeah. But is
Okay.
the Guild Ball example, does that impact your decision making whenever you hear this about a new edition? Is that something that plays into your negative feelings, or is it just an observation about how sometimes things can go wrong with the dead game argument?
Look, Shakos, you had your salt warning at the start of the show. There's no holds being barred right now. This is my soapbox, and I am fucking stood on it. It is an issue because, again, we come to the customer base is being treated shittily, and it pushes people out. If you had stuff in boxes that you hadn't got round to painting, and then you're seeing new stuff being released, it's like, oh, for God's sake. Well, I was enjoying that, and I was enjoying the fact that it was a little bit niche. It was a little bit dead. There was me and 3 other guys that are super into it, and we're working our way through it slowly and doing leagues and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's all been shat all over now. So, yeah, that's fun. And this is the thing. I do not want to commit too much to Fallout for the reason of, yes, they've said they're going to improve it, and I can't see how it is any worse than what we have at the moment with all of the cards, all of the rulers, all of the different coloured dice, etc. It can't go much downhill from here. And that's not me slating Wasteland Warfare as a bad game, because it is a good game. It's just a little bit convoluted to people from the outside.
Yeah, I think what they want to do
don't
is, I can understand why it never had mass appeal, because it's got some very
Yeah.
involved mechanics. The dice,
And I don't.
the dice are on the edge. We've had a moan before about custom dice mechanics, and the Fallout one is on the edge of clever into fucking annoying. Because you've
Yes.
got different symbology, different colours. Okay, you're sort of bumping up against clever into you being a twat now and making it unplayable. Looking at you, Warcrow.
Because again, actually, Paul makes a good point here, or made a good point in the pre-stream. I don't get turned off from learning a new edition. It's like learning a new game all over. The issue I have is I don't play all of my games regularly enough because I'm a gadfly
Yeah,
and I go between everything. My biggest issue when it comes to rules and games is when certain games make it a little bit more, how do we put this, convoluted for how we resolve assaults in Flames 4th edition. Because I've played 10, 15 games of this now, and I've still got no fucking idea because it's so against the status quo of
It
how
just-
we typically deal with assaults
to be fair, it's just one
that I
of the
just
things it
roll with
doesn't
it each
grok,
time.
does it?
No.
Doesn't grok at all.
Well, I get everything else in this game. I get the movement mechanic, I get the shooting mechanic, I get the smoke mechanic, I get everything in this game. I get the order mechanic with
The
the blitz
barrage.
orders and everything else. Barrage templates and salvos and calling in artillery too close to your companions. Two things I don't understand in this game: the shooting mechanic with the you can't see through your own bases. Well, they're infantry, so fuck you. They do in our games. And secondly, the assaults. Like, what the fuck were Battlefront thinking? But in the grand scheme of things, it's not the fact that the edition has changed that I've had saltiness about it. Again, look at how good Malifaux have done the edition change this year, from going from 3rd to 4th edition. We had it announced back in March, April time, didn't we? That we're going to 4th, and we're going to 4th when we go to Gen Con in September. Okay. But how we're going to get the people involved, and again, this is fucking hats off to Weird for doing this.
Yeah,
right?
I'll be honest. I do think they deserve praise for what is a clever thing.
We know you don't want to play 3rd edition anymore because 4th edition's coming. So
Yes.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to release piecemeal, admittedly, but we're working on it in the background. So give us credit where credit's due. We're going to release piecemeal all of the faction stuff for the miniatures on our forum so that you can play along and beta test. Okay, awesome. Fucking amazing. You're getting your customer base involved with playing the game, doing playtesting for you. You're getting feedback as you're writing the rules so you don't end up with this shit show of GW where we've released the book, but we've already errated it within 30 seconds of it arriving to you, or even before it's arrived to you, because we committed to print that 3 months ago before we did any playtesting.
To be fair, although we discussed this last night when we were talking about the stream, I hadn't even made that connection in my brain. But like, we discussed whether to have a stream just on beta testing by the public and whether it was a clever idea. Does anybody know of another example of where a game company openly said, we want you to beta test the new edition, community, and here's the beta rules, and this is how you report problems or whatever? and really make it a community thing rather than just nominated playtester thing. Because I had completely, until we were doing this stream, I had it in my head, well, the beta test was an easy way to get the consumer base to iron the wrinkles out. Like David said, we want to avoid issuing broken rules. So if we get 2,000 or 3,000 people to beta test this for us, that's better than getting 20 or 30 people to beta test it. But now we're doing this stream. There is this other dimension that, like David said, as soon as you make that announcement that the new edition is coming, you run the risk that you kill all of the interest. But what a brilliant thing to do, to say to everybody, there's a new edition coming, and what's more, get involved now. Do you know what? That's got to be deliberate. Do you know, hats off to Weird.
Yeah.
Hats off to Weird.
It's, and again, whether it's a stroke of genius or whether it's just pot luck that they've happened across it, I want to say it's a stroke of genius and not pot luck.
I think that they were more deliberate than we're giving them credit for.
Sponsorship. But the problem I've had in the past sort of 12 months is everything I have picked up and wanted to start playing with has had new edition announcement. So we've had Fallout, prime example. Wasteland Warfare, prime example. 3D print and play Bloodfields, anybody? I started making a faction of ogres for it. Third edition's coming. Okay then. I guess I didn't play any of first edition or second edition. But we'll roll with it because it's liquid and it didn't count until it became physical. But they've sat here for 6 months. I got a Blood Bowl team out because this has been sat on my desk for 18 months and started building it. Oh, look! David picked up Blood Bowl 3rd edition.
So the problem is you. Just stop touching things.
Yeah, it's literally Kings of War 4th. I literally have said about playing with my dwarves for Kings of War.
Yeah,
4th edition arrives.
Yeah. Look, let's cut. We've only got 15 minutes left.
Edition of a game that's like really overdue. Send some shit to me and we'll sort you out, okay?
We've only got 15 minutes. There's two other things I wanted to cover. Number one, from my point of view, I was quite shocked when David was this agitated and negative around the subject, because it had come, even though I am probably affected to a similar degree as David, not as badly, but there are definitely, X-Wing was a game I played hardly any of. It changed from first to second edition, never played any second edition, bought all the upgrade packs to upgrade the card assets from my first edition, then second edition went to 2.5 and we changed it all again, and I'm like, fucking hell. Batman miniatures game, I bought some first edition, played about 3 games. Oh, second edition's out, played 2 games. Oh, third edition, didn't even play any third edition, and now it looks like the game might be fucking dead for good. And it's like, I've definitely experienced a little bit of this, but it didn't make me feel like it makes David feel. And I wondered whether that was because, this is just me spitballing, I am very much a rules guy, and if new rules are on the horizon, there's enough excitement just in that thought that I can sort of push through the rest or put the rest to one side. So that was the first thing I wanted to mention, which is that there was definitely a mind space difference between the two of us, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
For this. The other thing that I want to just get onto, mate, because we're running out of time, is why not just stay with the old edition? And obviously you've covered recruitment, you've recovered that people can't get the assets, you've recovered that you might buy up all old assets, and then, I mean, again, if the game is already niche, what's wrong with you just taking you and a couple of friends and saying, like somebody mentioned a game called Rapid Fire. I've never heard of it, but like a lot of players stayed with second edition. How many times at shows did we hear people say, "Bolt action third, I'm sticking with second"? Now, I don't know if those people actually did that because they're not my friends. They're just people I met and then moved away from. But if anybody's got any, what I'd be really interested to find out from everybody who watches this video, please, if there's a video of ours you comment on, please make it this one, and put down below if you did the stay with the old edition thing and you don't regret it, you didn't find it was a problem. Did you have to have a group of you to agree with it, or did you do it unilaterally and you still get the odd game and you're happy with that? I'll be honest with you, Shakos. I'm happy to move to version 3. I've played it. I think it's great. But I did hear it a lot. And funnily enough, you said this doesn't happen with historicals. When you said it earlier, I thought, it did happen with bolt action.
Well, again, Shakos is here saying Flames of War V3. Everybody wants to stay with it because it's better, but you can't get the rules for it other than Fleabay.
Yeah.
So there's 2 points that I want to come to here. Your first point, yes, I am way more miniature focused than you.
Yeah.
But I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room that has been 2025. I haven't, other than buying stuff for stuff I already have, for example, some gun carriages for Flames and some other bits and pieces this year.
Yep.
I haven't bought anything new game system wise. So I haven't had anything new and shiny to occupy my painting space or anything else. The biggest thing, I suppose, was at the top of the year, me doing my dwarves for Oathmark and Hobgoblin, etc. that you got for me.
Yeah.
So yes, that was new to me, but do you know what I mean? It was always on the cards. I'd rolled into the year doing this. Do you know what I mean? And we'd already played some Oathmark and stuff last year. Do you know what I mean?
We'd made videos.
A new game.
We'd made live stream videos saying let's help David pick a faction for his mass combat game. So like you say, it wasn't exactly a new project, was it? I'm sure we were doing them in 2024.
Yeah. So that's sort of my point here.
Yeah.
So I've spent a lot of time digging through boxes, finding stuff that I've got to work on and play. Me and Paul have made a concerted effort for the past sort of 3 months and for the rest of this year to get shit that has sat in a box to the table.
Yep.
So we played some Wild West Exodus the other week. We've got Fallout coming up this coming month in October.
Yep.
In 2 weeks' time on Monday, or a week's time on Monday.
Yep. We're going to get my saga to the table in November.
Yeah. I've got some Warcry that I've started painting and got one faction fully finished other than basing. And I'm halfway through doing my Vampire faction.
Yep.
So that I can get some playtime out of my Warcry.
Yep.
I built all my Flames table last year. I didn't necessarily want to carry on playing some Flames and stuff this year. But because I've been working through my backlog and everything that I've touched seems to have a new edition, I've just got a bit fucking sick and tired of it because everything I'm picking up to work on then immediately suffers from that. Well, there's a new edition coming. Well, wonderful. So it's sat in a box for 18 months and I've not had any fucking playtime or experience with it.
Yeah.
I need to sort that shit out and get on with stuff. So that's sort of where the background comes for that. But then coming on to Shakos's comment and Paul's comment about staying with previous editions. We haven't even touched upon the elephant in the room. Malifaux changing from 3rd to 4th.
Yeah.
Infinity changing from M4 to M5 this year. We've actually had, if you think about it, a lot of new additions in 2025 because we've had Bolt Action,
Yeah.
Malifaux,
Yeah.
Infinity.
Yeah. But is this a self-inflicted wound because we play too many games and we spread ourselves too thin?
Yes, but please tell me how you propose to keep playing Infinity N4. Because unless you went and downloaded every single rule and or asset the night before they turned the server off and changed it over to N5, you're fucked.
Yeah. That I'll be honest, the staying with the old edition thing, in the new age of digital assets for gaming, this might become increasingly difficult to do, particularly with things like Android apps where there's a data set. I mean, if it's a PDF that you can print and store or whatever, store digitally, fine. But if it's a live app with a live database, what are you going to do? Manually keep checking it and then fucking copying it all down? I mean, I paid £60 for the War Room lifetime subscription in the old War Machine version 3 or 2.
Can I just interrupt you there? Because you said lifetime. Lifetime.
Yeah, we're not sure what lifetime. It definitely wasn't the lifetime of Cesium 136 or whatever it was. It was definitely maybe the lifetime of the edition. But obviously, the old War Room app that I paid my 60 quid life sub for doesn't work anymore. There is now a new War Room app that I have to have a new subscription for if I want the War Machine stats. I'm not falling for the same trick twice. Sorry. But yeah.
Again, I don't mind the fact that Paul just touched on it. I don't mind the fact that me and Paul are gadflies. We haven't played Carnivale at this point for about 6 months, have we, mate?
No.
Because the last time we played it was when we was getting spam into it.
Yep.
So we haven't played Carnivale for about 6 months. We know and we also appreciate that the next time we say we're going to play Carnivale, we will have to go online. And unfortunately, TT Combat have now outsourced their list building. So it's going to be harder because I discovered this the other week with Drop Zone.
Yeah.
But that's another topic in its entirety. We will have to go online and repoint our lists because they do make errata changes and balance changes and other bits and pieces. It's not an app, it's web-based. So, okay, slightly more permanent because you can get into bits and pieces in the background to go and find old archive pages.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't mind it. It's like, I haven't played it for 6 months. It's fine. I've had some enjoyment out of it while I've been playing it.
Yeah. And again, the changes aren't dramatic. I can say that's exactly the same as when I played N5 the other day. Obviously, when I went into the app and looked at my old army lists, the JSA, Japanese Secessionist Army, had been changed dramatically. My original lists were now completely... My N4 lists were like, no, not happening, mate.
Completely illegal.
But it's fine, because it only took me 15-20 minutes to build a new list. And actually, because they'd changed a load of the rules, I was actually quite excited to try something new and try some new keywords out on my old models and try new strategies. They'd mixed it up so I couldn't do the same old shit I'd always been doing. And it was actually quite pleasant and fun. But, as I say, I don't... Again, those are not the same thing because I played a load of N4. I played enough N4 for me to feel that's okay. I enjoyed that. I got my... I got what I wanted out of it. It's moved on. That's fine. I think one thing that probably does want to be mentioned, and we will say, I think that's a fair comment, Damon. I think by the time you get to version 4 or 5 of your rule set, if you're still iterating it, what the fuck have you been doing? Your design strategy was obviously fucking flawed. The other thing that I think is worth saying, that whether a game dies or whether a game moves on, let's say for argument's sake you've got a miniature collection and a game moves on, and because it's moved on and you really can't face moving on with it, you then have a load of assets you can't use, or nobody will play the old version with you. Those models always can be given a home. Okay? So,
Oh yeah, you've got Ewok shit to show off, haven't you?
yeah. So Ewok sent me some pictures before we finish Ewok. I know it's 10 o'clock. Did he go?
I don't know if he's gone or not, but
if you're
let's
still
just say
here,
bonus time and Ewok. Catch it up in a bit.
if you're still here, or if you're watching later, just put in the comments the story behind why you sent me these models. Because I think when Ewok saw the sort of thumbnail, he thought we were talking about a case where miniatures will not be usable after. So, like, you say, for example, let's say, for example, Batman Miniatures game is now dead because night models are shit and they can't run a business or keep anything going, and it just goes away. There's already a load of people that have got a ton of Batman, like me, terrain models, scenery. I've got the first edition books, the second edition books. I will still play Batman. But even if I don't play Batman, I've got a load of cool miniatures I can use in the Gotham City Chronicles board game, or fucking do something else with. I'll 7TV the fucker up, and we'll play it, we'll play Batman using fucking 7TV rules or something. I don't care. I'll do something with the models. And I think Ewok sent me these pictures basically to show that I think these were old historical models that he, again, either they were a game that he wasn't going to play anymore, or an edition and changed and the models weren't needed. But he still got we still finished them off, and he's got something that he can do with them. And if you are wargaming, that's the one thing that I didn't really want. Don't get the impression that your models and your toys have got an expiry date. What tends to have an expiry date is the editions, and in some extreme cases, the games. And as somebody who has been playing war games for over 30 years, getting old games played is harder than you think it is. Okay? It's hard enough getting war games played. If you're a collectible card gamer and you've got old CCGs like 7th Sea, Tomb Raider, fucking I don't know, UFS,
Dare I also say
Game of
the
Thrones.
Game of Thrones card game here,
Yeah.
Paul.
If you've got old dead collectible card games, just try and get games with them. Even if you build decks
Again,
for loads of other people.
If you've got again a decent enough collection that you can build 3 or 4 decks, so that you can just say to people, right, this is what we're going to do one night, and we're going to just see if it holds up in 2025 compared to when it was released in the 90s or early 2000s. I'll tell you what, the Game of Thrones card game that we've been playing at club, fucking absolute breath of fresh air and a laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing plays like it. It's even more political than Commander. And I think that's why it's gone down so well at Club,
Yeah.
to be brutally honest,
The
Paul.
fact that we can play as big a group as we do, and like you say, the thing is, it captures exactly what um lore of the place was trying to sell. But my point is, I consider myself privileged. Whenever we played my Game of Thrones, I mean, again, I've built all the decks, I own all the cards, I've done all the heavy lifting. All I do is take the decks with me to club, and then if we've got like a bit of time at the end, I say to people, "Do you fancy a bit of Game of Thrones?" And I am so lucky that I have good friends who are like, "Yeah, yeah, we'll give that a spin." And the feeling it gives you inside to see the stuff that you've enjoyed and spent money on given a breath of life fucking years after it died is such a satisfying feeling. But it's not easy. People generally want to fill their time with things that are more current, more relevant. It isn't, I mean, by all means do it, but don't think that it's as easy as it sounds, because it's not. Do you think that's fair, mate?
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And again, it just brings us back to the topic that we've had
That's
on
fair, Damon.
earlier, that a lot of times new editions or dead games they have unfortunately expired. You you
Yeah,
you have to roll with the new times, or you have to just say,
yeah,
okay, it died for a reason.
yeah,
Let's not try and Frankenstein the shit out of this, because yes, you may stumble across, and I think this is the difference here, Paul, just while we're going into extra time.
yeah,
The CCGs take very little effort to get involved with, as you say, because you've got everything. I
yes,
think the miniature side of things, people feel bad about for various reasons, including, for example, I'm not playing with my own miniatures. And then they go and look at the prices of buying their own miniatures, and
definitely.
they're priced out of the
Yeah.
market, etc.
Well, not only
So,
that, card games have got that board game feel. You don't feel
yes,
weird sitting down at a table and playing somebody else's copy of Scythe or whatever it is, Murder in Hong Kong, Murder Deception in Hong
yeah,
Kong. But a miniature war game is a different thing. When you're playing with somebody else's models, you might be okay for a demo game or two, but you want to, if you're into it, aren't you? You want to do
yes.
the whole thing. And that,
Yeah, you want to
again, it's
build, you want
another
to
layer of
assemble, you want to
difficulty
paint.
on getting old games played. Then, and to be fair, for some people, the correct answer is flip everything on eBay. The game died, the edition moved on, you didn't like it anymore. Flip everything on eBay, your rulebooks, your miniatures, let them go to somebody who's got a real passion or a fanaticism for that game. I mean, like I did. After Warhammer 8th edition died, I went from being a guy who basically just played orcs and goblins to, right, that's it, I'm getting it all. Whatever I can get, I'm buying it now, because this fucking thing's done, and I want to keep experiencing this. So as I say, if there's a video that I want to generate interaction, it's this one. And what's interesting, what I want to hear from people is, can you play the old game? Can you not move when the market moves? If the edition changes, can you be the player that says, I'm good with this edition, thank you very much. I have lots of stuff. I have a circle of friends who will stay with me. I'm good. And if you made it work, I want to hear your stories about, yeah, no, we stayed with the first edition of that game and it was brilliant and we never look back. Or any other take on this. So, like, what is your why is it that David got so animated about this, but me, I was much more meh. It is what it is. Because again, in my head, I always think I've still got my toys. I've still got a way to play with my toys. I don't get it. Doesn't it? It hasn't pushed my buttons like it's pushed David buttons, and I'm not really sure I understand why. If I'm honest, even as good of friends as we are, I don't really understand why. Um, there you go.
I just
So
think
Damon's got a
it.
story to tell us.
I've just come to that time in my life where it's like, okay, I've got stuff. Right, well, I need to start using it and not just dawdling around with it.
Oh,
And every time I've gone to do it, it's the other way. Do you know what I mean?
and just as a parting shot, you commented last night that the feelings you've had about this edition churn and being one step behind had made you think about extending your year of abstinence into next
Yes.
year.
So because of the current situation and because of everything with everything changing every 5 seconds and everything else, I've got enough. Like, okay, yeah, I've gone and bought some more Fallout stuff, but all the Fallout stuff that I've bought is probably going to be universal into second, I hope, because it's like the monsters and
Yeah,
it's how they've described the game as it's still going to be the story driven RPG that you know and love that's being played as a miniatures game, but it's just going to be quicker and easier to play and everything else. Like that has been what's excited me about it. And
yeah.
that's why I probably going into 2026 will carry on not buying stuff because
You heard it
it's
here
actually
first.
been quite a refreshing year to work through all the shit that I've had on my desk for ages and a while and just not have to worry about, oh, I need to chase the new hotness and everything else. It's like when TT Combat released the behemoths for Drop Zone, I had fucking zero intention of get them, and I still will not get them because I haven't had the core enjoyment out of my normal factions
Yeah,
without spicing it up with a massively highly pointed behemoth.
yeah. Which is going to distort the games and show you a different experience than the one you haven't even
I'm
experienced yet.
Yeah. Spam. I'm not necessarily saying no new games in 2026, but what I will probably come out and say is
Oh dear.
it'll be one or two games, and I probably will wait and contemplate until September, October, November to get them. Like, I'll make sure that I've demoed them, I'll make sure that I've done my research, I'll make sure that I've done my play experience because I want to experience certain games like Arsenal, like Hard War, games that have been on my radar this year. Again, we played some O200 at Hereward and it was
Yeah,
fucking amazing.
yeah.
But am I necessarily going to buy O200? I probably should. But have I got the motivation, the effort to do it?
I mean, for me, I'm a bit like that. I am looking forward to indulging myself in buying new game systems next year. But I will say I do agree with you. This year has moved my headspace so that I'm gonna be way less impulsive. Way less impulsive.
I will be impulsive with stuff I've already got and stuff I'm getting in the enjoyment of. If
Yeah.
there's a fire sale
Oh
on
yeah. No,
some,
that
if
yeah.
there's a fire sale on some Fallout
Yeah.
just before the new edition drops, yeah, I'll probably pick it up
Well, again, I agree entirely. Hence, I bought all that X-wing stuff at Peterborough because it's like
at Hereward. Yeah,
this stuff's dead. This is not a bad deal. I'm getting about 150, 175 quid's worth of stuff, not quite half price. Fucking, let's have it. Because like you say, I like you say, you be impulsive with the stuff that you already have and you're invested. But if it's new, it's like I was talking to Alex about our next year, our Japanese Sengoku project. I'm perfectly happy to buy an army without a rule set because I have looked at videos on Banzai
Yeah.
and Heiko and do you know what I mean? And I'm or Heiho, whatever it was, and I'm like, I'm gonna just get the right one. I'm just gonna keep looking till I get the right one. I might buy some miniatures and I might paint them up just for fun, but if the game's not right, I'm not buying it. I'm not jumping in.
Again, and this is the reason, again, and I think this has been a headspace change for me just as a final parting shot. I have said previously on this stream that I've detuned from a lot of the Patreons.
Yeah.
I'll only back Patreon for 3D printing if I really know that I want those particular miniatures.
Yep.
Say it's some beautiful dwarves or stuff like that. Or like this Vaults of Zarn Kickstarter that's currently on at the moment. I already own the original Torch and Shield, so it kind of makes sense for me to buy into it.
Yep.
I don't want to have 15 terabytes of STLs just because I've done the collection thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm considering unbacking the Mantic one even now with the Vault because I'm not actually printing that much from it.
Yeah.
Like the latest Mantic stuff I've printed was a new fleet for me other half and some bits for you.
Yep.
And I printed at the weekend some miniatures for my lad because he wants some elementals.
Okay.
So I printed out one of each of the elementals: the earth elemental, the air elemental, the water elemental, and a fire elemental from Mantic because they were all in the vault. But I'm not actually using it. I think I'm gonna wait probably into the new year because it's not too much a month.
Yeah. Okay.
But it comes back to this topic that we said earlier of if you pay £60 for a lifetime membership for a game like War Machine that Paul did.
Yep.
Mantic's approach, where you just back for a small amount per month and get everything up to date as they're doing all the edition changes and everything else digitally.
Yep.
For the price of a cup of coffee is a much easier sell.
Yes.
And even if I discontinue the Vault, I will continue with the companion subscription.
Right. So it's just the Vault that you would be
Yeah.
considering dropping.
Yeah.
Fair comment. Fair comment. So yeah, we better wrap it up because we've overrun massively. And I've got to go and get a drink because I'm fucking gasping. So
Yeah.
if you can only find time to before we go, let's say thank you to our chat. Thank you to everybody who was in tonight in the chat. We really appreciate you being here. The interaction is fantastic for us and makes this just so much more of a pleasure to do than if it was just me and him, shouting at each other and into the void. You guys are legends, and gals are legends, and we appreciate every one of you. If you can only find time to do one thing, please click the like button. If you can comment on our topic tonight, the things I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, this is probably the one show where we'd probably prefer a comment over a like.
Because, like I say, to me it's a really head swimmy one. But yeah, comments greatly appreciated. If you want to do the other stuff, share, subscribe, yada yada, do that because that's YouTube and you do what you want with YouTube. And I think with that said, it's time we were gone.
I just have one final thing.
Yeah.
Painting competition, judged in a week's time. Invaders must die. Night, folks.
Invaders must die.
It's another another Thursday night. I see Crispin's wearing tights, Spam is getting in the bath. Young David's full of wrath, Paul is tightening his straps, where on his apron you saps. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time. Cheese meat is on day release. Damn silk tries not to crease. And Ewoks keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening up the can. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time. Cheese Bee is on day release. Damn Chef tries not to crease. But Ewoks keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. 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 Cheese Meat is on day release. Damn me up tries not to crease. And Ewoks keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can.